encourage pro bono work, and it's an important aspect of what we as individual lawyers are about and what the institution is about. And we seek to try and do the most and best we can with scarce time, and to involve others in providing greater access to justice and helping to address some significant legal problems and challenges in the communities we live, work, and serve. I would also say that we're interested, I think, in the qualitative nature of what we're doing, and not simply the quantitative measuring of how many hours, for example, we spend. And that's not a criticism in the way that other firms may approach it, but it is something that's distinct about the way we approach things.
And I think also providing opportunities for associates to professionally develop in ways that may not be available to them in their billable work. For example, they can be involved in appellate advocacy projects.
Baker & Daniels has been taking pro bono cases from the Seventh Circuit's program, the federal program, and we thought that there was a need for the same kind of service in civil cases in the state appellate courts. So under the auspices of the State Bar Association, Matt and I have organized a program that matches clients who need pro bono services at the appellate level with lawyers who want to do that work. There are really very few states where there's a program like this in place. So we've been a leader among states. The bar associations and other groups that I work with that do appellate practice are looking to Indiana as a model.
What's very unique about it is that, as opposed to done within the state court administration, this is something that's done almost entirely by the private bar.
A real point of emphasis for the firm has been to try and identify unmet needs that aren't being filled by existing resources. And it's been exciting to start a bunch of different programs that wouldn't have otherwise existed, and that we've helped to play different coordinating, facilitating roles in addition to doing the work.
Well, I was always interested in giving back to my community. My community would be the military. My dad was an officer in the Army. We spent a great deal of time in Germany and in California. So one of the pro bono individuals in our firm came to me and approached me about perhaps thinking of a way that we could help the military, in particular the soldiers here in Indiana, and that's how we developed the Indiana Lawyers Soldier Program. And we want to make sure that they're focused while they're actually deployed in Iraq and Afghanistan, to make sure that they are not distracted. And as it turned out, we had such an overwhelming request for assistance that we decided to branch out.
If we're trying to bring soldiers from really anywhere in the world together with attorneys from all across the state, the easiest way to do that is through a web application. And so IndianaLawyersForSoldiers.com was born.
I think another interesting, exciting aspect of our program from the perspective of a young lawyer or a law student is it provides substantial opportunities to lead and to direct and to organize. And in fact, we look for that. Some of the best ideas we've gotten have come from folks who are either still in law school or just out of law school, because in some ways they're closer to opportunities and solutions that we might not be as familiar with. And so it is, in terms of integrating more experienced lawyers, less experienced lawyers, lawyers and non-lawyers, one of the programs, I think, and initiatives and objectives within the firm that brings us together. But lawyers are evaluated on the work they do. Some of our strongest and best lawyers spend significant amounts of time every year doing pro bono and public interest work, and that's recognized by their peers. And one of the other key aspects of all that is we want to make sure, as we take on any case or representation or project, that we treat it with the seriousness that we treat all of our work. And I think when you look at what we've done, we've been largely successful in doing that, and that's certainly something that we expect to do going forward.